Right, it all seems a bit complex so far, and I have to admit that the next video that we're going to do also might seem a little bit complex to you guys, but I promise you that this is the last complex bit that we're really going to do. And I suppose it's good practice in some ways that you set up your site so that what we're going to do is have consistent themes all the way through. You can see we've already done this by setting the properties of the links on here. And what I really want to do now is if I just go to index, I'll put this will be the home page. Here is some stuff. Oh, went back there. Here is some stuff about the home page. I've no idea what I'm talking about. The whole point is this: I'd like this will be the home page to almost be in sort of a bigger font, and then the main guts of the home page will be in a smaller font. But of course, because we have this style with our links, one thing that I do want to do is make sure that my text is of a similar format all the way through. So we just go Arial here, we want this to be Arial, and we like our headings to be Arial as well. So I'm just going to File, and I'm going to save that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you some basic CSS, and you have to use CSS if you want to hit the higher levels on the OCR course, and it really isn't very difficult to do. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to CSS, and you can see I've got a little thing here is all I've got style, a little plus. I'm going to do that, and in fact you can actually set the page properties for the links by using a link, a visit, a hover, a active. That's what we did over there. I'm not going to bore you with those. They've come up because we've already made those. But I'm going to go to body, and I'm going to just double explain that. I'm going to just double click there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make font an Arial. I'm going to make the size. Let's go with the size 12. Let's have a look at color. Let's go with the slate grey, so hopefully you can see it. And I am now going to press OK. Making this requirement can change look by edit template. It'll be discarded. The reason being is that I'm trying to do the CSS on a page based upon a template, and this is a common mistake that people make. What I should have done is done my CSS on the template. And now if I go to body, and I go to font, and I go to Arial, and I do it again, and I go to size 12, and we'll go with that slate grey, exactly the same principle, and I press OK, that worked this time. And actually you can see edit region 3 has appeared. If I file and save and update, and I press close, and now I file and save all, if we go back now to here, what we find on the home page is this stuff has come up in this slate grey colour. And in fact, on every page, anything that I've sort of typed in by default comes up in the slate grey. So all I have to do is set the CSS style for body on the template, and every single page in my website will follow the same format. The only slight problem that I have here is that I don't want this will be the home page. Just for this example, I'm going to delete this later on, but I'd like this to be in like a sort of a bigger font, because it's going to be like a heading, a title. Just like on ICT cover lessons, you can see that if I go to OCR Nationals here, and we will go with let's do graphics with fireworks. I'm hoping this works, and we'll go to, I don't know, let's go to banner here. You can see that making a banner is in a different style to here, and my links have this style. Basically, if I go back now, making a banner is in that bigger font. It's got a buttons, and again creating the buttons, all in a slightly bigger font. So my headings have a bigger font than the main guts of my page. But at the moment I haven't told the computer that I'm going to have a heading style, and what we need to do is we need to add a new one. So I'm going to, I'm not going to do that, that's for sure. Let's go back to design. I'm going to right click where it says style, and I'm going to choose new. Now here I am going to type in redefine, let's go to class, we'll just put H1, heading 1, okay? Define in this document only, which means the template, so I'm cool with that, don't worry, press OK. It's a standard HTML tag. So in fact, H1 is a heading tag that's used down here. If I just cancel this for a moment, see, heading 1. So now, if we just go back, because that's the standard tag, and we go to new, it's basically saying, do you want to edit a tag? And I'm going to edit, there it is, all the list comes up, the h1 tag. And defining this document, I'm going to press OK. So we're going to choose Arial. This font we're going to make bigger, so I'll go with 16. And I think we'll go with a slightly darker grey this time. We'll press OK. And again, the template. So we file, and we save, and we update, and we press close. And let's go back to index. And this little section here, this little bit, I actually want in heading 1. And what we can do is click on it. And what we get, well, click away, is that slightly darker grey, font size 16. So I'm going to file, I'm going to save all, and we'll come back to untitled document, and we'll refresh this. And you can find now that this heading is in a slate grey. So just to prove that to you, that it's attached to every single page, let's go to the animals page. Animals page, here will be some stuff about animals. Put a space in there, of course, and of course, because this is already done the body tag, it comes out in that CSS that we made. And animals page we would like to have in heading 1. So we simply file and save. So it's up to you really. What you can do is you can in fact make lots of different styles if you want, but the reality is that, to be honest with you, you don't really need to have loads. If you've expanded here now, we can see we've got our body, we set that. We've already got, because of the page properties, you'll actually find, oh, I'm not too sure why that hasn't worked, never mind. It's probably because I didn't set it as a CSS rule. Never mind, let's go to H1, and you can see now that we have that there. That's a bit of a shame. I thought page properties would automatically default and change the CSS, but it doesn't. But it doesn't really make any difference, to be honest with you. As long as you do it, that's all the moderators are looking for. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of happy with that. So what we'd like you to do, quick recap on that one, is that all you have to do is get yourself on your template, go to CSS. We want now, at the top, we're going to go to right-click on Style, go to New. Don't forget, make sure it's a tag. You're not going to make your own classes at this level. We're going to go to Tag, choose the tag that you want to change. I would just do H1, and the body one we already did, didn't we? So just choose the H1 and the body tags and change those. And that's it really. So give yourself a nice title, H1, and change the text of your body with the body tag, and job's done. That's CSS. That's all you need to do for OCR Nationals.